All right, welcome back in. August 2nd again here. Intraday midday review. So intraday trading midday review on the NASDAQ. It's 11:45 Mountain, so it's about 1:45. We're a little bit over the midday, but that's usually when I get these out here. Busy schedule, busy day. So just following up with this morning's initial interpretations here of the chart, and I said I would be looking for a short for one particular reason. We have a really nice divergence happening here on the 2 hour, and how foolish was it for buyers to continue to push this trend higher with this divergence present? These have been quite helpful in the past, and there's quite a bit of history of following these divergences. Do they always play out? Not all the time. Not all the time, all the time. Sometimes the market's just going to do what the market's going to do, and there's no stopping it. But was this push today for the intraday traders a little bit foolish up near that 225? Strength of the trend is it's strong. It's a strong trend. There's no denying that. I think we had said this a handful of videos ago that we're just kind of in a whole new ball game here. This trend looks pretty strong, but I am still kind of looking for a little bit of correctiveness here. We'll see how the day trades out. It's been a wild one for the for intraday traders, that's for sure. We're going to bring in the chart here on the 10 minute so that we can see what the heck's been going on an intraday level. And this was pretty wild. So we almost got this, kind of double top-ish, type thing happening here on the lower time frame. And we're just in a real sticky area. So reviewing what we can with what we got, I said I would watch the anchored volume weighted average price from the high here, and this 5-day moving average, one of Brian Shannon's kind of go-to markers here, averages to work with. Boy, so here's that first pivot that we were looking at. These three confluences. Here's one particular confluence for me. Is the channel, right? That's one confluence into itself. We're outside of that channel. So, are we looking at something that's like reminiscent of or indicative of distribution up here? So it's getting pretty wild around the 5 DMA. It's getting pretty wild around the anchored pivots, and just so a recap. So I'm looking at this pivot primarily. We haven't even come down and challenged this pivot yet. This swing. Haven't gotten down there yet. We're blazing over the 18-day moving average. It's Larry's, I think, bump and run on the daily. And we've got that on the chart too, but didn't spend a heck of a lot of time underneath that first pivot, anchored volume average price. And we'd really have to drill into this. We're getting a lot of whip back and forth here, but at first looked like the bears wanted to defend the 5 DMA. They pushed the issue, or pushed the morning session pretty quickly on the sell. Maybe a little profit taking, not sure, but or maybe indicative of where this market wants to go. The bulls did come in and defend the 5 DMA temporarily, and we popped up over that anchored volume at average price. This looked a little wild to me. Looked a little what's the word I'm looking for? Unstable of a move. We pushed that high. Not sure what what market participants are thinking. Maybe just a lot of money flowing into this market right now, and we've got some impatient buyers, or there's a lot of euphoria going on for the NASDAQ. I have no idea, but have we seen moves like this recently? Yeah, on occasion, I think we've definitely seen some moves like this, but intraday trading has been really wild. Definitely been really wild. So we're gonna get a little bit. I'm gonna clean the chart up a little bit so we can get a better look, probably in the post-market analysis. But there's a lot of price action is really whipping back and forth between the 5 DMA presently, and it's a scary time to be an intraday trader if you're playing the contracts here. Boy, and I said that I would monitor this area for a decisive view. We got into a quick trade off the 5 DMA in the bearish favor to start. I might have been a little impatient on that one, but I did not follow the flip on the 5 DMA to go on the long side. I didn't. And I didn't follow this back down, just because, call it an instinct, call it a gut feeling, but I mean, this just got pretty wild on the intraday chart. So I did not peg the back and forth. I have the mindset lately that if you've made some money, try to keep it in your pocket. And there's no real, I mean, there's no decisive direction right now, even with these indicators and these confluence here, in favor of the bears, and then they flipped, and then in favor of the buyers here. Was there any telling that it was going to go this way? Yeah, I mean, a little bit, so the 2 hour is, I'm still hanging on to this indicator on the 2 hour. It didn't look like buyers got control over that zero line, and this didn't look healthy to me. This didn't look like a healthy push. Could we have taken a short position probably off the high with the 2 hour chart showing this handsome divergence on it? Yeah, probably. Yeah, in hindsight, probably could have taken that, but didn't take it, and that's that. So I'm going to wait for this to settle down a little bit, but I am still favoring this bearish divergence on the 2 hour, and that's what I'm still paying attention to, and that's what I'm still monitoring. And we'll see how the rest of this day plays out, but I think some price correction is still in order, regardless of this move to the upside. And where have we seen that recently? So we saw similar type, price action on this last divergence, and repeat performance. Just because it happened before doesn't mean it's going to happen again, right? We saw a move like this with a less significant bearish divergence previously with this candle, and we still did a little bit of retracing. We definitely did a little bit of price retracing here to the downside. So I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna continue to use it. The professional buying indicator on the 2 hour, because it's been my bread and butter for the last 2 years. So it's been extremely helpful in assisting with direction of the market. It's just a pretty darn good indicator, and I couldn't tell you the algorithm behind it. I've got it in the in the notes from Larry Williams on exactly how this works, and I haven't revisited it in a while because there's no need to. So the proof is kind of in the pudding here, especially if you are monitoring, watching, absorbing, and playing the charts every day of the week for God knows how many hours, for God knows how many days and months and years. You just get kind of an intuitive instinct or an intuitive top-down process when it comes to this. So NASDAQ's one that I play, and one that I monitor. So there it is. There's your midday review, and that's what I'm looking for. Final thoughts. I'm still hanging on to this 2-hour bearish divergence here, regardless of all the flare and all the price action that's been happening today. So thanks a lot for tuning in, and we will see you on the next one. Appreciate it.